Having that moment of regret that hits a man right before the ground hits him, right before death. When your bygones are really gone and you've made 1,000 wishes for a different ending. Don't worry about me, though. This is just a dream, a vision. It's been haunting me now for the past 6 months. As dark as this vision is, it wouldn't be much of a surprise to anyone that knows me, myself included. Perhaps you would agree. Here's my story. My name is Timothy Bluth. Here I am rowing towards the X-Zone. A beaten man, a drunk, some say, with a dead daughter and an ex-wife who would rather me dead than alive. I'm a private eye, a sleuth. I was hired to track down Scott Denton, a wealthy businessman who was last seen heading this way. Why anyone would want to head to the X-Zone is beyond me. I mean, I could see it back in the day, back when these islands were still normal, back when the sun still shone here, back before things went dark. I took this case as a way of hiding from the pain caused by my daughter's death. It's been years now, and I still see her everywhere, even on these rain-soaked islands. This businessman, I couldn't find a lick of dirt on the fella. So what the hell was he doing out here? No one enters the X-Zone. Sure, this place used to be beautiful. The Pearl Islands, they called it. The kind of place you'd take your family for a long weekend. The kind of place you'd go to let your troubles breeze away, instead of chasing them down like reckless filibuster. But this place hasn't seen the sun for over a decade. Not since the poisonous storm rolled in and swallowed it whole. These crates have the businessman's company logo on them. It's not much to go on, but it does link the businessman to the X Zone, and it certainly gives me enough to keep moving on. Ha, another blackout. It's been almost a week since my last. Not bad. Just another lovely side effect of the drink. I swore I just saw my daughter in that fog. The absinthe is burning through me now. I'm quickly reminded of why I drink absinthe. It's the only thing I have left that makes me feel alive. A tiny spark of what things once were, what they used to be. Is that really such a bad thing to want? Okay, well, no two ways about it. That was weird. My daughter, she was a ball of energy. My ex-wife had a good way of putting it. Spirited. She was a spirited little girl. Well, I couldn't find a whole lot on this businessman. It's not like he was a square. He didn't seem the type to run the straight and narrow. Perhaps he got caught up into something. Something bad. Something ugly. Floating stones. That's something you don't see every day. Probably just the drink giving me more reason. These flags remind me of the first date I ever went on with my wife. Boy, was she a looker. It was a blind date. I met her at a little cafe on the water. It was a windy day. I made my way around the corner, and the first thing I saw was her hair, dancing with the wind. For me, it was love at first sight. For her, well, for her it was just sight. As I made my way up the bridge, I could see that something wasn't right. It was the businessman's steamship. It was parked, running idle. I could see a slumped form crumpled over a crate. You could tell the life had run out of him. Sure, the robot's a nice enough fella and all, but there's something he's not telling me. It's very clear that this man did not kill himself. Hell, there ain't even a murder weapon nearby. This robot is hiding something. I know what you're thinking. I already found the missing businessman. What the hell am I still doing in the X Zone? It ain't exactly the happiest place on Earth. The skinny of it is that I've got nothing to lose. And there are too many unanswered questions. Is there a man in the tower? Is he the one that killed the businessman? Why is he here? Could he be connected to all those disappearances 10 years ago? Does this robot really love lamps? I wanted all these answers, and my flask was still half full, not half empty. Even here, in this hell on earth, this wretched rain, I wish my daughter was with me. She had a way of making everything brighter. She died some years back. I used to bring her here with my wife. Those were better days, brighter days. It seems fitting now that the only thing I bring with me this time is a drink. It's all I have left, and it fits this vile place well. My daughter was a beauty, just like her mother. Hair as bright as the sun and eyes that sparkled like the blue of the sea.